Hi everybody, it's your girl Jovanna. How you doing? Oh my gosh, I wanted to share a lesson, and it has greatly opened my eyes to the possibilities, and I just needed to share it because that makes me happy. All right, so as many of you know, I put out my self-tape, and I don't know if you know what that was for me. I am not one of those actors that typically post auditions. First off, we're not really supposed to until the material airs, and because it is confidential. So oftentimes I'm like, I know I don't want to get in trouble for posting something, but I knew that this had already been filmed and aired, and so I was okay with that. However, it's kind of vulnerable. It's like, so thank you all for watching my audition tape. Thank you so much for the beautiful comments, for my, oh my gosh, so many hellos, so many words of encouragement, so many just words that make such a difference to an actor, because we don't always know what we put out there. We don't always know what we do. We don't always get feedback on what we do and how we do. So this was like a little nerve-wracking for me to put my video out there, but y'all were so amazing, and you received it, and me so amazingly, that I just really needed to share my great gratitude to y'all. Yo, big love. Oh my gosh, you have blown me away. I'm like in awe. Whenever I get a little message, I'm like, what? My point is that if you don't do something that scares you, guess what? You're not doing what you're meant to do here. Because guess what? You gotta grow. You gotta push past those freaking limits that limit us. And sometimes it requires us doing something that might frighten us a little bit, or it might require us to do something that, that is not something we normally do. Or it might require us to do something that's like, holy wow crap. Bola. So it could be anywhere in that range. And I just think it's utterly important to realize that no matter what, if you don't stretch, if you don't move past that comfort zone that we so easily get bubbled into, then you're not going to know what you're missing out. And I think that was really eye-opening to me. Y'all have taught me so much. Y'all, the southern in me comes out every once in a while. Y'all. All right, I'm not from the south, but whatever. I'm just blown away. Because, so it's the sort of thing where we don't know until we know, right? And look at how much I would have missed out on had I not posted it, right? I didn't even think of posting it prior to having said it on my live. So it goes to show, sometimes say things and definitely follow through with what you say you're going to do, right? Because that's called integrity. I'm like learning that. Like integrity, I always thought was like, do right, be right, like do unto others as you'd want done to you. And then I'm realizing, thanks to the book that I'm audiobooking, it's an audiobook that I'm narrating. Thanks to the book that I'm narrating, it is a personal development book, and I read that integrity is keeping your word to yourself and to others. Remember to keep our word to ourselves, because so often we're like so likely to do more for others than for ourselves. So I think that's a really important, like just underbelly of a lesson. We have to keep our word, yes, to others and to ourselves. When we say we want to do something, when we say we're going to do something, when we say that's what I want to do, or when we say I bet you I can do that, all of those, if you do what you say you're gonna do, let me tell you, there's this sense of like trust, and that's what self-trust is about. And when you trust yourself, it's like, wow, it just opens the door to so many more like realizations, to so many more opportunities to learn and experience different things, because that's self-trust, Because this is like, it's a process. We're going through this process of learning. And so, yes, it is so important to our journey, to our development, to our growth, to begin to trust ourselves. It is something that is absolutely, quintessentially, fundamentally necessary. Okay, I'll go with that. Because it is. And so many of us don't, because we're like, well, what's that? So many of us have trust issues for whatever reason. We don't trust ourselves. We don't trust others. We don't trust circumstances. We don't trust the universe. We don't trust the world. We don't trust society. We don't trust, systems, whatever the case may be, right? And there's variations, and it can ebb and flow depending on where you are in your life, right? So I think it's really important for us to begin to work that muscle. We need to begin to trust ourselves. We need to begin to know that by doing what you say you're gonna do, that you begin to develop yourself and your words and that inner feeling, right? That little feeling of like, I did that. And when you do that, guess what? You get more confidence. It's like, it's also interconnected. Man, it's like, there's a lot. And there's going to continue to be a lot. And guess what? When you do really good at this level, guess what? There's going to be something else that's going to come in because you got to get to the next level. And that's the point of growing. That's the point of living. That's the point of being here, in my opinion. Because if we don't grow, we ain't going nowhere. And I want to go somewhere. I do. I want to go to a lot of places. Especially after being on lockdown for so many months. There's so many places to go, right? How many more things are we open to doing when things begin to normalize a little bit more? How much have we learned this year? Y'all, we've learned a lot. We've learned things that in hindsight, hey, it is 2020. When we look back on this year, we're going to realize how much this was all meant to happen for us to open our freaking eyes, open our freaking heart, and open our freaking selves to what the possibilities are. And that's how I want to live. It is. That's how I want to live. Because, we're going through a lot. And that's okay. Because this too shall pass. We know this. We feel it. We're close. And show up, right? We got to continue to show up. There's no other way to get it done. We have to show up. And that, my peeps, is one of the biggest things I've learned as an actor in Los Angeles. Bringing it back to acting. Why not, right? That's one of the things that I've definitely learned, that showing up is like 75% of the task, right? How many times have you said you're going to be somewhere and for whatever reason, you can't go? Okay, you can't go. But how many times have you gone and seen how many people didn't go? Wow. I have experienced that so many times as an actor. I've spoken about free seminars and free workshops, and and because there's free opportunities, that it doesn't really hurt your pocket, right? If you don't go, it's like I'm tired, I can sleep in. Somebody called me, I want to go do something else. Yeah, but you go to these seminars and you realize the percentage of actors that did not even show up. Right? Probably a small percentage, had a very good excuse or a good reason and shared that with the host of the event. And, that's just called, again, respect and integrity. However, there's a large percentage of, I'm going to talk about actors, that just don't show up, right? And you cannot win if you don't buy a lotto ticket. And you can't buy a lotto ticket if you don't show up at the store to buy the lotto ticket. So you got to show up. It's all interconnected. We all gotta push forward, move forward, put one step in front of the other in order to keep making these little small baby steps sometimes. And I know, we take 2 steps forward and sometimes we're like, oh, freaker, I just got kicked back like 6 steps, right? Yeah, that happens and it sucks. We know that. We all know that. That just bites. But anyway, at least you get back up. So let's get up, show up. I almost wanted to sing a song, but I don't know it off the top of my head. Like, get up for your rights. That's appropriate this year especially. So let's do that. Let's just let's just go out there and just keep kicking it. Keep kicking it and getting through it, because we will, right? The only way you're not gonna is if you don't. Truth, right? That's the truth. So everybody, thank you so much for listening to my rant. Thank you so much for humoring me. Thank you so much for hopefully still being here. I hope you watch till the end, because it means a lot to me. I want to continue to share with you what I've learned that maybe can shave a couple of even minutes. So I'll take anybody's lesson. If it's going to save me hours or weeks, heck, if it saves me minutes, I'll take somebody else's lesson, because that's energy I get to conserve and put elsewhere. So y'all, I hope you're enjoying these messages. I hope you give me a thumbs up. I hope you come back. Hopefully you subscribe, and you gotta hit that little notification bell so that you know when I post again. Okay, I gotta stop doing that, y'all. All right, y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being so incredible. And just know that, yes, you are freaking incredible. There's so many things that you are doing that I'm going to say you, but it's we, that we're not giving ourselves credit for. You, me, we gotta give ourselves credit where credit is due, because we could all use that little nudge. We could all use that little bit of extra reinforcement to continue to get up and show up. Yeah. All right, y'all. I think that's that. Thank you. Oh my gosh, from me to you, from my heart, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I am just so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Did I tell you thank you? All right, just wanted to make sure you knew. All right, you guys are awesome. Keep safe, keep well, keep happy, keep healthy, keep sane. Okay. All right, I want to get this video out to you, so I'm going to shut up. Bye for now.